It's time for the Nighttime Report with Robyn Knight.
And here's your week in review. So President Obama made an unscheduled appearance during a White House briefing to speak on the Trayvon Martin case and the George Zimmerman verdict. He gave his own personal account of being an African American in America.
Trayvon Martin could have been me 35 years ago. There are very few African American men who haven't had the experience of walking across the street and hearing the locks click on the doors of cars. That happens to me, at least before I was a senator.
And Jamie Foxx once again spoke out after the president's remark as he was at the Comic-Con in San Diego promoting his role as a villain, Electro, in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. As he held his 4-year-old daughter, he made a comment about Sabrina Fulton, Trayvon Martin's mother. She's always been courageous and saying this has never been about race. She said it's about 17-year-old kids. We have to protect our kids. So I stand with her forever, Fox said. And Samuel L. Jackson, who was in attendance as well, also commented about the case, stating that he was not surprised by the verdict, yet he was, quote, encouraged by the attitude of the people after the verdict, and people are willing to stand up and take a stand and get out in the streets and let their voices be heard, which resulted in the National Action Network organizing Justice for Trayvon rallies outside federal buildings in at least 101 cities, from New York to Los Angeles, even including Kansas City, Missouri. And Trayvon's Martin mother, Sabrina Fulton, was joined in New York with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Ms. Fulton said she is determined to fight for societal and legal changes so that Black youth are no longer viewed with suspicion because of their skin color. She says, quote, I promise you, I'm going to work for your children as well, she stated to the crowd at the rally. And since we're all standing together for those changes, it shall come to pass. Now, in unrelated news, and have no clue where this came from, but Oprah Winfrey's former co-star, Ray Don Chong, who starred together in The Color Purple, stated multiple nasty comments in an interview, calling Oprah a great brown-noser and a field N-word, and a whole bunch more derogatory words. I'll give you a little bit, but I ain't giving you much.
Where do you rate Oprah?
I think she's like a 4. The thing that's really great about Oprah that you can't take away from her is that she's a great brown-noser. She knows, she'll go into, if you were in a room with her, she will pick the most powerful person and she'll become best friends with them. When we worked with her, the one thing about Oprah, she was that fat chick that was the cheerleader or the wannabe cheerleader in school, that was the student council president, that was the best friends with the principal, that was the volunteer nurse, the volunteer. She was that fat chick in school that did everything and everybody loved her. That's Oprah.
And as Kanye West gets a green light to go ahead with his clothing line, again, on Friday, he actually assaulted the paparazzi, which actually is the same paparazzi that Britney Spears went off on as well. Talk about hazardous job. And charges have been filed against Kanye West on felony attempted robbery. So Kanye, they're looking for you. And that's your weekend review with your sister girl Robyn Knight on Hot 103 Jams.